I'm Lissette, barista at Raw Wave, and today I would like to show you some basic steps to set up a cupping at home. First, let's talk about what a cupping is. In simple words, it's a method of brewing coffee to taste and evaluate multiple different samples at once. Within the coffee industry, cupping can be done for different reasons. Coffee farmers use it to evaluate their product, green coffee buyers to decide which coffee they are going to purchase, roasters to figure out the best roast profile, and cafes do it to select which coffee they are going to offer to their customers, and even for educational reasons. For me, as a barista, I try to do as many cuppings as I can because it's an opportunity to try a lot of new coffees and refine my sense of taste. But now, why should you be interested in doing it at home? Cupping gives us the chance to try a lot of different samples side by side without the influence of a particular brew method, such as pour over, drip coffee, or any kind of espresso base. This allows you to taste the characteristics of each coffee, and by comparing different coffee samples, you can start to develop your palate and have a deeper understanding of which coffee you prefer and why. Okay, having said that, what do we need to set up our cupping table? We need a kettle, any kind will work, water between 93 to 95 degrees Celsius, use the same water that you use to brew coffee at home, a coffee grinder, a scale. Today we are going to use a ratio of 1 to 17. That means if we are going to use 12 grams of coffee, we need 200 grams of water. We also need a spoon to tasting. We can use a fancy cupping spoon like this one, or any kind of dessert or soup spoon. We also gonna need small vessels. It could be a cup, a mug, or a bowl, preferably of the same or similar size, and with a capacity between 210 to 250 milliliters, around 7 to 8 ounces. We also gonna need an extra vessel to rinse your spoons. We also need a timer, which is on your phone. And today we are gonna do our cupping with 3 different coffee samples. You can use 2 or 4, but if this one is your first cupping, I don't recommend you to use more than 5 to not overwhelm yourself. Okay, that is all for our special elements, but I also recommend you to have a notebook to write down what you taste, a glass of water for you to drink and clean your palate while you're tasting, and this, the coffee flavor wheel. But what is this wheel? Many times customers ask me is the coffee's flavor when they read things like strawberry, milk chocolate, almond in the labels in our coffee bags. The answer to that is no. All those flavors come from the coffee seed or bean, which is the same, based on things like when or where it's growing, the process, the variety of the plant, how it's roasted or brewed, and probably more things that escape my knowledge. But for now, this wheel is a great tool to identify flavors that could be present in coffee, so it could be very helpful to have it with you while you're tasting. Okay, now we are finally ready to start our cupping. First, we are gonna weigh 12 grams of coffee. We are going to grind it a fine medium, similar to table salt. Make sure your grinder doesn't have any residue from previous coffee. You can purge your grinder by grinding a few extra grams of each coffee you are about to grind. Put each ground coffee sample into the cupping bowl. Heat your water up to 93 degrees Celsius. Now we are going to start our timer, and let's put 200 grams of water in each cupping bowl. At 4 minutes, we are ready to start breaking the crust. After breaking the crust and taking off the foam, we are gonna wait at least 10 minutes for the coffee to cool down. After 10 minutes, we are ready to start our tasting. We are do this by the slurp. The objective of the slurp is just to spray the coffee in your mouth, like this. Remember, always rinse your spoon between each cup and keep tasting because the coffee is going to change from hot to cold. In the first rounds, you shouldn't worry much about recognizing flavors or aroma. Let's gradually start to wonder, do I like this cup? Is it interesting? Is it boring? And then, why do I like it? Why not? Many times when I do cupping, I have this feeling that I have already tasted this before, but I don't know when or where. At that moment, the coffee flavor wheel is very helpful. Start from the inside of the wheel and move towards to the outside to pinpoint more specific flavors. Make some notes or not, keep tasting, share the experience with some more friends, and let's begin this journey of discovering which coffee you enjoy the most and why.